So in the past year, I have interviewed over 150 prospective candidates. And so I love to ask them, I say, tell me one kid you have worked with in your life that you're like, Braden, 100%. That kid would say that they loved working with me, and maybe that I'm one of the 2 educators that changed their life. And then just tell me how you built that relationship. And like what I'm really looking for in that question is, do you just like light up? Because you're like, I have just the kid. But at the same time, does your answer reveal that you're able to build that relationship in a way that I know you could apply it to other kids as well? I started as a guide at Alpha Brownsville. So I worked with our 5th and 6th graders, did that for a year, just like fell in love with the model. And then my second year, I got promoted to lead guide and ran our GT school here in Austin. And then my third year at Alpha, which is this year, I now am in this head guide role, which is kind of at our biggest campus, doing it even more at scale. So typical day at Alpha is students will show up around 8:45. And so you're just gonna be greeting them because we want you to spend all of your day with the kids. So once they get there, you're then gonna lead a morning launch, which is a growth mindset activity, things like the power of yet, embracing challenges that really stick with them for everything they do throughout the day. After they've done that, they are ready for 2-hour learning, which is our academic period. So during that time, you're not gonna be teaching the content, but instead doing one-on-one coaching, emotional, motivational support, tracking the data to see if the students are on track for hitting the goals for the day, and then course correcting when they're not. And then you're gonna spend lunch with the kids as well. So that's really an opportunity to deepen those relationships, do a lot of that coaching. And then the afternoon is you're gonna be leading various life skills sessions. And so the guide role is figuring out, where do we meet every single kid? Like right now, the staff is doing staff days. They're gonna look at all of their data from the session. How did they learn with academics? How did they do in life skills? Did they love school? Did they not? Did they love their guide? Did they not? And they will go kid by kid and say, what are the fixes we're gonna make starting next week? Do they need 1st grade math or 5th grade math? Do they need to work on their teamwork? Do they need something that's Pokemon themed? Like whatever it is. So at the same time, like we can have these well-rounded kids that have these life skills that also are in the 99th percentile because they have these academic lessons that are tailored to them and that are adaptive and that also meet them exactly where they're at. And then on the flip side, we also have high standards, high support when it comes to our employees. So we are gonna expect and hold all of our guides to the standard that they are delivering the 3 commitments to their kids, that most of their kids are loving school, they are learning twice as fast, they're learning life skills, but at the same time, there's a lot of support that's built into that. So we have a 3-week training program that they're doing where they're just learning all things Alpha. Then once they start, every guide also has a lead guide. Their whole role is coaching the guides. So they're gonna be doing coaching conversations with the guides, they're gonna be observing and giving lots of feedback. So it's delivering the commitments, not just to their own kids, but ensuring their guides are able to deliver the commitments as well. One of the questions that I get the most when I interview people is, what does success look like in 6 months? And my favorite way to answer it is that you need to shorten your time frame. And so we're gonna wanna see, what is that impact you are having on each of those commitments within 30 days? Because that's what is going to line up with our first term. Is it just like, I have a great relationship with my kids? Are we starting to see them have success when it comes to academics? Are you planning a workshop that is just really impressive and kids are gonna be really excited about? So like, what is that one thing you are doing to move the needle on each of those commitments for your group of students? To apply for Alpha, you'll do a cognitive skills test first that just kind of assesses the way you think about problems. You'll submit a couple different videos on the way that you have been able to coach kids, the way in which you're able to just tell an engaging story that is designed for kids. And then once you get past those stages, you will then do an interview, often with me or some of my colleagues across the organization. And then after that, you will do a 2nd round interview with our director of K-8. And then I think what's really cool about our process is at the very end, you get to come to a shadow day. So you come spend a day at one of our campuses and just be a guide for the day. Alpha covers everything related to the shadow day. So we will pay for you to come to the campus, we'll pay for you to stay, we'll pay for your food, because we really think that's like one of the most important parts of the process. We can have a really good interview and you have great answers and great stories, but I want to place you in front of 5 kids, see, can you command a classroom? Can you form those one-on-one relationships? And also, can you just like dive in and be super proactive with all the kids and all the guides throughout the day? That's my favorite thing to talk about with shadows when they get here. It's like, it's real. And they're like, it is real. Like, I'm like, did you doubt? And they're like, yes, I wasn't sure. And I think that exists until they get on campus. That's how I felt 3 years ago as well. It's like, I saw the videos. I like hadn't heard of Alpha before. I was like, this sounds awesome. Like, has anyone heard of it? Is it real? I don't really know. And then I showed up on day 1. I was like, yes, it's real and it's great and it's so fun to be a part of.